If there's something that I've learned over the past 3 years of shooting all kinds of photography, from street to landscape to event to product photography, is that without good lighting there is no good photos. All cameras that shoot high ISO are great, but you know what's even better than that? A 15-year-old brick that is shooting in a well-lit space. In this video I want to show you a relatively inexpensive way to take great photos which are so good that you can put them straight on the cover of a magazine. Take a look at this photo of my JBL Extreme 3 speaker, which I took using this lighting technique that I'm about to show you right after I had learned it. Today we will strive to recreate this exact photo. And here are also some other photos which I took using the same lighting technique. On the first one the topic was marketing, on the second one the topic was documents, and these other ones that are coming afterwards are photos that I shot for my client's Instagram account. If you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Julian Skurani, I'm a photographer and a videographer based in Vienna, and in this channel I make camera related content, so if you're into that kind of stuff, consider subscribing. This is the list of the things that we are going to need to take these photos. 1. A speed light. 2. A trigger. 3. A softbox with a grid and a stand. 4. An S-type mount for the speed light. And 5, of course, a camera. There is the 6th thing that I forgot to mention, and it is this silver reflector. Back to the video. In this video I will be using my Canon EOS R and my 24-70 f2.8 lens, which is the lens that I use for everything work related basically. I will rebuild this thing gradually, starting off with natural light so that you can see the progress and what the difference this equipment is going to make to the end result. At the very end of the video I will try the end result photo with my Canon 500D. Let's get started. So the very first thing is choosing the foreground and the background. I'll be using this eating table because I really like how it looks. So the wood will be my foreground. I made sure I wiped it clean before using it, otherwise the dust or any other particles would show on the photo and that will ruin it, or I would have to clean them afterwards using Photoshop, which is an extra step and obviously I want to save it. So always clean the surface where you're shooting. As for the background, I will start with the white wall first. After exposing it correctly, this is the shot that I got. Now in order to make the background black as it was in the photo in the beginning, I'll have to use this small table from IKEA, so I'll put the printer on the floor and use that as my background. Fortunately we are allowed to do a little bit of improvising in this craft, so make use of it. I'll put the small table behind the speaker like that, and now let's take the shot. Now I'm going to replace my window light with my speed light. So I have positioned the speed light on the left of the speaker, I have the trigger on my camera, and I'm using these settings. If you want to know how to connect a trigger to a speed light, make sure to leave a comment down below and I'll make a new video about that. Now let's take the shot, and that's what it looks like. As you can see, the speaker looks very well lit on the left side but very dark on the right side. Now in order to fix that, what you can do is use the second softbox, the second speed light, and connect them both with the trigger. Now that would dramatically increase our costs and I don't even have a second speed light, but fortunately there is a workaround, and that is using a reflector. This silver reflector is very good at that because it bounces back a lot of light and it can really refine the edges of our subject. The intensity of the light of course will depend on how close you put it to the subject, but let's put it on our table and see what we get. Now that's beautiful. And that's it actually. That's everything. All you need is one softbox on one side with a grid and a reflector on the other side, and your subject in the middle. This is a very powerful yet very simple technique which I use to shoot all the photos that I showed you in the beginning of this video. Now basically what you can do to make it more creative is just add some other subjects to the scene, fix it up a little bit, fix the composition and things like that. But when it comes to lighting, you should be set and done with this technique. By the way, all of these accessories costed me less than 300 euros and they make a huge difference. And for some of you who might already be making excuses about the fact that yes, the lights are cheap and under 300 euros, but my camera on the other hand costs 4,000 euros, I will take my old camera so that this whole setup costs about 500 euros in total and try to make that same photo using my old camera. And that's what that would look like. Because as I said in the beginning, good lighting equals to good photos. There was no good camera in that equation. Alright guys, that was it with today's video. I hope you get out there and take some great shots and also manage to get some client work using this lighting technique. I really want every one of you to know that I really appreciate you and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.